We're back for event number 5, which is the deadlift 4 reps. What's the full name of it? Come on, you know it.
It's the GF Goodrich HD Terrain Tire Deadlift for Reps.
To me, it's a deadlift for reps, but that's the official name. I know, but I'm not working on the show. So
well, no, I know. But they're putting money into the sport.
No, they are indeed, and that's always great to see. However, it is a deadlift for reps. Do you have the rules for the deadlift? I've seen a few people saying about Mitch's hands. They're using straps, so the hands aren't going to be an issue. The athletes will be attached to the bar. They aren't allowed to use figure of eights, are they?
That's right. I don't have the rules, but I remember the rules.
Okay, you remember the rules.
Yeah, so it's 374 kilos. It's a 60-second time limit. Suits and straps are allowed, but not figure of eight straps. It's a standard deadlift bar, and the athletes are going to be stood on boxes to make it a standard 9-inch pull. So it is it's going to be a larger than standard plates wise, but they're going to be stood in a box.
It's always interesting to see in a deadlift like this with tires how much the bar flexes, like whether they're using a stiff bar. Because one of the most impressive things ever for me was Eddie Hall back in 2017 pulling 474 kilos, something like that. And that was on a stiff bar.
Yeah.
So that was like ultimately impressive. However, the bars can vary, but we've got some fantastic deadlifters.
We do.
And it's going to be an exciting finish.
Shall we quickly remind ourselves what's happened already today? So they had the Conan's wheel, and that was won by some margin by Pavlo Cordiaca, who actually had to go up first. And the big story, of course, on this event was where Tom Stoltman and Mitch Hooper go into place. Now, Mitch went before Tom. I've now seen videos of Mitch's attempt, and he regripped on that first rotation when he stopped. And usually that's right before someone goes down, but he managed an extra full turn.
He kept digging deep, but Pavlo Cordiaca, what a performance he had. I actually spoke to Pavlo as well. So
how's Pavlo doing?
He's doing good. He's got he's a bit worried about his back coming into the deadlift.
Yeah, I'm sure after that Conan's, everyone's worried about their back.
And he said the throw, just the trajectory, just got him.
It was off.
He's normally a very good thrower. However, Tom Stoltman coming third there, 770 degrees, was huge.
Yeah, not a great score there for Evan Singleton, but he's still holding on to his podium spot. So let's just see the scores now going into the deadlift. Yeah, there's still quite a lot of separation between Evan in third and Wesley in fourth. Wesley's having one hell of a competition for a world's first time.
Wesley is doing amazing, absolutely amazing, as is Austin Andrade, both newbies to World's Strongest Man. First time here, both of them in the final and in the top 5.
Yeah, so Evan Singleton with 27 points, and then the real sort of standoff, I guess, is between Mitch Hooper with 32.5 and Tom Stoltman. He's closed that gap by 1. Mitch did on the last event. Tom has 34.5 points.
Tom is in the driving seat, exactly where he'd want to be at this point of the competition.
100%, especially since the event after the deadlift is the Atlas Stones. Nothing's ever set in stone, no pun intended, but it is notoriously Tom Stoltman's best event. And it is also classed as the tiebreaker in the event of a points tie. So whoever won on the Stones.
Which is quite interesting, because going into the deadlift, say Mitch beats Tom, even if it's just by 1 place, he closes the gap by a point. The only way for Mitch then to beat Tom overall would be to beat him on the stones.
Yeah.
So if he beat him on the stones, they'd be tied on points. Mitch would win. If he was 2 points ahead,
and Tom beat him on the stones, it would tie on the stones and Tom would win.
Mitch needs to be either, really the difference between him coming 1 point ahead of Tom and 3 points ahead of Tom is indifferent. The only way he could beat Tom is to beat him on both of these events. Big task. And I can't see Tom slipping out of the top 3 or 4 on the deadlift.
No. So when we look at it, Tom is going to be paired with Matt Ragg. So Mitch does have the advantage of going after him. However, how many people could realistically get between them? And how's Tom's deadlift looking? Can he be beaten? He could still win.
Tom's looking fantastic. He really is. What's the lowest he's placed on an event? 3rd? In the whole competition?
Yeah, so he was 3rd on the Giants medley, tied first with Mitch on the max axle, tied on first with Mitch and Wesley on the keg toss, and then 3rd place again on the Conan's wheel.
He's doing absolutely fantastic. It is going to come down to the stones, I feel.
Yeah, it is.
Anything can happen, but how much can Mitch close that gap on this one? This is a one he has to beat Tom on, really.
Yeah.
You know, if he can't get within a point of Tom on this, then the competition is over.
Yeah, pretty much.
For first place.
Yeah. Where are we? Right, just catch up with some of the comments. Hope you're all doing well anyway. So obviously this one was set back a little bit. We expect the original time for the Atlas Stones to also be pushed back, because unlike the group stages, when sixth place are finally going, Heat 6 are finally going. Heat 1 have had a decent rest.
Gone. Yeah.
But now it's just 10 guys all going within, not long of each other. Yeah. So we imagine they'll be given a bit of a rest before the Atlas Stones, but we will keep you guys up to date.
Deadlift shouldn't take too long once it gets started, though, because I think it's head-to-head.
It is head-to-head. They're going in pairs, yeah. So the first pair will be Ivers and Austin. Then it's going to be Luke versus Evan. Then it'll be Tristan versus Wesley. Then Matt Ragg and Tom, and then Mitch Hooper and Pavlo.
So the guys I'd be looking out for on this event would be Matt Ragg, Tom Stoltman, Mitch Hooper, Evan Austin. And Austin. They would be the guys that I would be kind of keeping an eye on.
Yeah, I don't know that much about Wesley and Tristan's deadlift.
No.
Not just for standard for reps. We'll see. And that's the thing with these newbies. It's really hard to predict them, because although you can look and see what they've done, it's often up against very different opposition. Yeah. And it's in a much shorter format competition. There's so much more going on at Worlds that doesn't suit everyone, but it does suit some people. And it's really an opportunity to shine. And one person it does suit is Tom Stoltman. Right, where are we? Was Tom's distance tactical? No, he went down when he went down. But
Tom did amazing, to be fair. Like that's one of the best results Tom's had on a Conan circle.
Yeah, it was a huge improvement.
He's really not put a foot wrong in this competition. You've got to give credit where credit's due. He's peaked for this perfectly. He's come in shape, and not only that, he's executed perfectly as well.
He wasn't far from Mitch, so tactically he would go just ahead of Mitch and then put it down rather than behind him. It just gives him that extra little bit of stretch and padding.
But there was no we saw a couple of the runs and everyone was given 100%.
Oh, yeah. And it looked tough.
It did.
Oh, dear. Where are we? Just seeing who's in the house. I can see Fred's there. Hello, Fred. Austin could get in there. Austin's a great deadlifter.
Austin's deadlift really impressed me when we saw him last year in Cardiff. Very, very strong.
Yeah.
He's now in a suit as well, so expect even more from him.
Jason, thank you for the super chat. Why do athletes sometimes compete under countries that they're not living in, such as Nicholas Camby for Italy and Martins for Latvia?
The honest answer is it's an easier into a competition. If you're representing America and there's already 8 Americans in a competition and the competition says, look, we can't have any more Americans, but could you represent Italy?
You've got dual nationality.
You're going to take that opportunity. You know, you can never blame the athlete for taking an opportunity that's given to them. So that's basically what it is.
Blame the competition that states it has to be X amount from different areas, because obviously we just want the best guys competing, don't we? Tom is looking great, but I think he could still be better. That's scary.
Oh, there's still more to come. You know, both Mitch and Tom have improvements they can make, and that's a scary thought.
Yeah. Shade, thank you for the super chat. How will Luke do on the deadlift compared to the rest of the field?
Luke's improved his deadlift quite a lot over the last few years.
He has, yeah.
I'd be surprised to see him beat the likes of Tom, Mitch, Matt, and Austin.
I think he can beat Pavlo and Ivers.
Yeah, he can beat Pavlo and Ivers. I'm not so sure on Tristan and Wesley's deadlifting ability. So maybe, a good performance for Luke would be somewhere around mid-table.
Yeah. It's a deadlift bar, not a stiff bar.
Is it?
Yeah, that's what it said. Standard deadlift bar. Yeah. We'll see, though. That's what it said. Where are we?
Do you know the difference?
Yeah. I do know the difference. What between a deadlift bar?
Yeah, I'm not having a go at you.
Right.
I'm just asking if you know the difference, because you don't really ever train in the gym. Like,
yeah.
No. I'm not being a dick at all.
No, I know. There's a little bit more flex in the deadlift bar, isn't there?
It's slightly longer than a
normal power bar.
stiff bar. Yeah.
No, I know the difference. Only from talking about strongman for such a long time. I thought it was a trick.
No, it wasn't a trick question.
Yeah. No, I do know the difference. He's testing me, people. We've barely even started yet. And
just checking.
He's testing me.
But the thing is, like, unless people train, a lot of people won't really understand the difference between a stiff bar, perhaps, and a deadlift bar.
Yeah.
And there is a difference to it. That's why I'm sort of throwing the conversation out there.
Yeah.
A stiff bar, you need a lot more power off the floor to lift the weight up. A deadlift bar flexes a little bit more, so you actually get more bend in the bar, which means you don't get the full weight in your hand till the bar is a little bit higher.
Yeah.
So it can affect different types of lifters, because some lifters are stronger off the floor, some lifters are stronger at lockout, and that does have a little bit of an impact in terms of what bar people are using.
John, thank you for the super chat. Will Mitch's hands hinder him here? That's quite hard to say.
No, they shouldn't do. Like I said, they're allowed to use straps on this. Other than a little bit of discomfort, which, yes, that will be, they'll be stinging when he gets himself strapped in. But the adrenaline, you don't even think about that once that whistle goes, he's going to be focusing on pulling as hard as he can, focusing on getting the reps done.
Toxic Truth is going to be extremely exciting event, make or break. I'm so sorry. I need to quickly grab a tissue for my nose.
No problem at all.
Oh.
She's got 374 kilos, I believe. I'll check with Liz. She's read the rules. I haven't. I used to read the rules when I was competing, though, all the time. Does Loz have dual nationality? I did at one point. I don't anymore. I haven't renewed it. But at one point I did. Absolutely. Someone says Tom is the best at stones, but it isn't over till it's over. And I totally agree. 9 times out of 10, you're going to pick Tom to win stones, but anything can happen.
They are just about ready to go. So the first pairing will be Ivers and
You've got lots
Austin.
of bless yous for your
Thank
sneeze.
you. Sorry about that. Worlds makes me ill.
Do you think
the excitement?
Do you think Evan podiums? I think he's in a great position to podium.
Yeah,
he's still got a good lead over 4th place.
Yeah. And he's got 2 good events coming.
He should be good at these last 2 events. Yeah. So I think it'll be hard for the chasing pack to catch him up.
Yeah, it's a 5-point difference between him and
he's in a good position.
Yeah, he should be fine now. Where is he? Oh, I'm ordering it wrong. Yeah, he's got 5 points over Wesley. So it would take quite a lot to knock him off that spot now. Loz is not an ass. He's just a fan of the Socratic way of teaching, asking questions.
Yeah, it is just sometimes, just trying to, not just, I like the debates.
Who called you an ass?
I don't know. Probably you.
Maybe.
But I like to try and explain to people the intricate differences that there are from certain events, because for a lot of people it'll just be, oh, it's a deadlift and they're all the same, but they're not. And that's how I've ended up offending a lot of people, because I'll talk about an event in a specific competition and they might take what I say the wrong way, but usually I'm not that wrong.
No. Doesn't mean he's not an ass, though.
Oh, well, that.
But that's a totally irrelevant thing. Loz's thoughts on JF Karan's official retirement. So he has told people at WAS he's officially retired from competition now, and his new appearance looking svelte.
It's great to see JF Karan. I absolutely love JF. He's someone I'm very good friends with, spent many times with, competed against many times, and I'm. It's hard because I love watching him compete. I love competing with him, but like myself, he's past his best now. And I think it's the right thing for him to do now. Focus on his health, focus on his gym, and promoting strongman. He does an amazing job in Canada with putting on shows, and he's an awesome person to have involved in the sport still.
Yeah, the rookies have smashed it so far, says Cress.
They've been really absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, it's very exciting. Like, I know a lot of people are disappointed when some of the bigger names are missing, but like, these upcomers.
These are the next brilliant. Big names.
These are the future of strongman. We often hear people say, "Oh, Mitch and Tom are the future of strongman." They are the here and now of strongman, and these guys are the future. These ones coming through.
Well, some of the guys that didn't make the final, they're the future of strongman.
Definitely, yeah. Oh dear. So standing so far, just a quick reminder before the first group goes up. This is what the points is looking like. So Tom Stoltman currently still leading by 2 points over Mitch Hooper. Then we've got Evan Singleton with 27 points in that podium spot. 5 points behind him is Wesley. Then we've got Austin in 5th, Matt in 6th, Pavlo in 7th. He had a great performance on the Conan Circle, which has really bumped him up. Tristan Hoth on 8th, Luke Stoltman currently in 9th, and Ivor Schmuxless in 10th. There we go. How do I get rid of it? There we go. We're back.
I was going to say, you're not asking me, are you?
No, don't worry, dear. Right, they're just finishing up the TV things, and then we should have our first pair up.
Did you say 374 kilos?
374, yes. Yeah. Cousin Fred, thank you for the super chat. As Liz gets older, she is becoming allergic to Lars. I get run down during Worlds Week. It's long hours of streaming.
I hope it's not me that you're allergic to.
No, I'm sure my allergies would have killed me off by now if I was allergic to you. So be fine. Thank you, though, Fred. Team Rogers, thank you for the super chat. Will we ever see Thor at World's Strongest Man again?
I really don't think so.
Highly unlikely, unfortunately, because
from speaking to him, I don't think so.
No. Elk, thank you for the super chat. Evan has matured a lot mentally, it seems. I hope he wins in the next couple of years.
Yeah, definitely. Every year he's making progress. 5th last year. It looks like he's set to try and be on the podium this year. Definitely making progress all the time.
Oh, no, my nose is so tickly. Could Matt win this event? Yeah, he could.
Yes, he could. Yeah. Matt is a great deadlifter.
Yeah, he won the deadlift for reps at the World Tour Finals last year in Glasgow.
And I believe he was 2nd in the deadlift last year at Worlds.
Yes, he was. 2nd to Mitch, yeah. Yeah, no, he did very well. Shade, thank you for the super chat. Come on, guys, not enough likes on the video. Yes, please, while you're here, if you could very kindly like the video. If you're not subscribed, please consider it. We try to be nice. We try to do a good job. Ryan, keep smashing the like button. Thank you, Ryan.
Guys. Thank you for the comments, guys, to remind people as well. That's very kind.
Ooh, a child running amok in the distance. There we go. Zach, thank you for the super chat. Best content on YouTube at this time on this day. Thank you for the coverage this week.
Thank you so much. And I've just had an update saying, here we go with the first pairing.
Oh, how exciting. So the first pairing is going to be Ivor Schmuxless and Luke Stoltman.
I think it's Ivors and Austin, actually.
Yes, it's Ivors and Austin. I had them in the wrong order. Beg your pardon.
So
then it'll be Luke and Evan.
Austin, I've been very impressed with his deadlifting. So he's going to hopefully give us a good idea of what's going to be a good score on this deadlift.
Hello, Loz and Liz. Thank you, Adam, for the super chat. Loz, is it bittersweet to see many of the great strongmen retire and seeing your era of strongmen come to a close? Yours is the greatest era ever, in my opinion.
Thank you, Adam. It was an awesome era. I'm very proud to have been a part of that era. But it's so cool seeing the sport grow. And, you know, I'd say my generation have helped that sport grow. Or the sport grow. And I'm so happy to see the new athletes that are benefiting and coming through. And I want to see it keep growing. That's the most important thing. I don't want us to just be happy with where we're at. I want to see World's Strongest Man get bigger and better. And hopefully that's the case.
I can't remember who it was, but they were saying to us, oh, will you continue with like YouTube and strongman coverage over the years? Because it'll just be a totally different crop of athletes that you don't know. And we're like, yeah, but they don't all come at once. They come gradually. We meet them in their early days, and then you see them develop.
It's one of the nice things that we do see now, because a lot of the time we do see this kind of growth. And, you know, if you look at some of the top guys now, like Tom Stoltman, I've seen him in his first ever
his first international. Yeah, we were there for that.
We've seen a lot of, you know, Pavlo Kordiaka kind of coming on the way.
They're heading to the platform. First two lifters, Ivors and Austin. Yes. But yeah,
Andre Foytu, it's been so cool seeing him in some of his first competitions. Evans Nana, you know, these guys are going to be big names in the sport in a couple of years, and it's cool to see them kind of starting out.
Mitch, just 2 years ago, people have been saying on one of our videos, it was so funny watching us like react to his first performance at Worlds, because we were like, oh,
who's this? Who's this freak?
Who the hell is this guy? Michael, thank you for becoming a member.
Thank you, Michael.
Heading to the platform. How exciting.
Right, I've just got to take this.
Oh, okay. I'm guessing that's a coaching call, because he wouldn't just leave me for any old phone call, I would hope.
Hello.
Mike, thank you for the super chat. Oh, no. I think this is a question better suited to Lars. I've been chasing £400 for a while now, and I've only ever used the stiff bar since that's all I own. Is it worth spending the extra money on a dedicated deadlift bar? I'm going to guess the answer, and we'll see what he says when he comes back. I think he would say, do you know what? It's fine. I'd never used to care what I deadlifted on. And if you're making it harder for yourself in training, come competition day, if you've got an easier bar, you're just going to be stronger than you thought you were. But I'm going to come back to you, Mike, because I'm not qualified to give you any advice. I give bad advices. So stay tuned for Loz's answer. I'd be interested to see how it compares to mine. He's doing some actual coaching right now. Elk, thank you for the super chat. Loz, do you have any advice of getting past the mental barrier training with injuries? Oh no, 2 knee surgeries and a recent shoulder surgery. I'm going to come back to you. Although I guess I know what he would say there, but I'm going to come back to you guys because this is getting crazy. Jack, thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much for what you do for coverage and commentary of this event, guys. I loved following along with you guys and chat. Thank you. All right, so no update on Ivers and Austin yet. I don't want to scroll too far because I don't want to lose the other questions that people have asked that I am not qualified to answer. Isma, Evans Nana is so funny to hear. His actual name is Evans Ivy, I think it's pronounced. But yeah, I'm not sure where Nana comes from. We'll have to ask him. Evan Singleton's Nan. Yes, it is. He's granny. Loz, please help. I've been answering super chats that I'm not qualified to answer. I've been giving bad advices.
Oh dear.
Mike, I've been chasing 400 pounds for a while now, and I've only ever used a stiff bar since that's all I own. Is it worth spending the money on a dedicated deadlift bar?
No, keep training on the stiff bar and pull that 400 pounds on the stiff bar, because in the long run, you will be stronger. And when you go to a competition and use a deadlift bar, 9 times out of 10, you will pull more.
That's what I said.
I trained on a stiff bar for the majority of my career, and I'd go to competition, pull more.
Ivers pulled 3. Austin pulled 6. Ooh,
nice.
Big from
that's
Austin.
good.
374. Very nice.
Let's remember, if that's the, 374 kilos, we are 9 events in? 10 events in.
No, 11 for the guys that did the stone off.
This is the 11th event.
Yeah,
for the
this
ones
is
that
the
did
11th event. Yeah.
So their backs are fried. I mean, I spoke to Pavlo earlier today. His back is ruined.
Yeah.
Just literally got off the phone to Mitch. His hands are, he's worried about his hands, if I'm honest.
Oh, is he?
So we had a chat about how he's going to approach the straps, because they can't use figure of 8s. It's going to be more painful.
Yes, of course.
So
yeah.
We had a little chat to figure out what he can do.
Do you have any advice on getting past the mental barrier training with injuries, 2 knee surgeries and recent shoulder surgery?
One of the hardest things coming back from injury is to forget about what your PBs were and almost start from scratch. I've personally struggled with this myself, but it's important to sort of almost you've got your pre-injury PBs and then you're starting from scratch. Build up very, very slowly. Look at a lot of tempo and controlled movements, eccentric movements to try and kind of build up stability and strength. And it's hard mentally because you think, oh, I used to do this way easily, but you've almost got to start as if you're a beginner again. The reality is you will progress quickly, but it's important not to just kind of come back and think, oh yeah, I used to do this weight. Be patient with it. Focus on, learning as much as you can when you've got injury. That's one of the things that probably helped me become a good coach is I did a lot of things wrong. And then I was forced to go and learn about better ways of training, being a bit smarter, and working around things as well. And another thing that's helped me actually is training disabled athletes, because that's, again, it kind of takes you out of the norm and you've got to figure out things a little bit differently. But just be patient. Focus very much so on technique and control, especially when you're first getting back into it, and do not rush.
Garrett, thank you for the super chat. Hi from Washington State. What are your thoughts on a singular governing body for strongman? Guys like Shaw, JF, you creating a commissioner's board of sorts. Seems like the next growth step for the sport. Yeah,
it would be so good to see the sport sort of under one banner and all working together. It's just that's very difficult when you've got, 10 different organizations trying to do things.
Because it relies on bringing them all on board as well, doesn't it?
Like I always say this, I think everyone wants the same thing. They want to see the sport get better. Just
people have different
everyone's got different ideas of how to do it, and none of us are right 100%. There's some guys do one thing really well, another group of people do something else really well, and it's trying to get people working and communicating together to make things better. But yeah, it's something that maybe does have to happen eventually.
Luke and Evan are on their way to the platform now. Rick loves the new What Would Loz Say segment. And Michael, Liz, the deadlift coach. Well, let's not forget my one athlete is Rauno. So
you've got some good
I have pedigree. Ramus, thank you for the super chat. So if Mitch wins this, and we can get 2 people between Mitch and Tom still wins if he gets first and Mitch gets second on the stones. Yes.
Mitch can get 1, 2, or 3 points on Tom on this event. The fact is he's still got to beat him on stones.
Yeah.
So because of his hands hurting so much, like he's got the advantage that he gets to go after Tom on the stones. But the reality is I can't see that many other people beating Tom on the deadlift. So unless Tom has a mare and he's kind of dropped a lot of points, the goal for Mitch will just be to get that extra point so that it just comes down to the stones. And then, 9 times out of 10, Tom is going to win the stones, but you never know. And at least you've got a chance.
Yeah. For anyone non-native English speakers, mare is just short for nightmare. It's not that obvious.
No, it's not.
Right, just check. Yeah, no results yet. Thank you for the super chat. How would Thor have done with these events in the final? And please shout out to my 5-year-old son, Theo Moses. He is sat watching with me, so watch out in 15 years.
Hey, Theo. Look forward to watching you in 15 years' time.
How would Thor do?
Thor would do very well. Thor would probably win the throw.
Yeah.
He'd probably win the deadlift.
Yeah.
He's a very good stone lifter. Yeah. The axle at the moment has been an issue for him. Like he's coming back from a torn pec tear, but his best axle in the past is very good, and he's decent at frame and yoke. I don't think he would have won it, but he would have scored good points.
Done well.
I think they're 6 events that Thor would be very happy with in a competition.
They're just setting up to go. So the next pairing is Luke Stoltman and Evan Singleton. Thank you, Grumpy Steve, for becoming a member. And Tony, thank you for the super chat. Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Thank you for your coverage of the sport. How do you think Kilishkovsky would have fared in this words if he was in his Arnold shape?
He would have done well on everything other than the deadlift.
Yeah, could have.
The first event he could have won. Second event he would have scored good points on. Throwing, he's very good. I think he would have been up there with the top few guys.
Conan's
is very good. He's a decent stone lifter, but the deadlift potentially he could have dropped points on.
Yeah, although it'd be interesting to see once everyone's gone.
Yeah,
and speculate there.
They are setting up to go.
Yes.
Singleton and Luke are up next, yeah?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, Liz nailed it. Thank you. Good advice. Liz's smug face after the advice. That's my normal face, Chris. That just goes to show how much I've heard Lars give advice.
It's funny because I'll see people that want a big deadlift, so they'll do everything they can to get a big deadlift. They'll buy, a really long whippy bar. They'll use straps holding it in their fingertips. They'll wear deadlift suits and stuff like that. But if you get your deadlift stronger on a stiff bar doing a good quality deadlift, you're still getting stronger.
Yeah. And
when you go to a competition and you use all those advantages, you'll smash your PB.
That's what I said in a very unconfident way. Jared, thank you for the super chat. Thanks for filling the streaming gap with excellent coverage. Seeing in behind the scenes videos, competitors that didn't make the final, helping out those who did, make stronger in a special sport. Yeah, definitely. 100%. There's lots of, so 4 reps for Luke Stoltman.
So that's ahead of Ivers.
Yes, yeah.
I reckon Singleton is going to be around 6.
5 for Evan.
5.
Okay. He's probably feeling the fatigue now. Maybe that pain in the foot as well from event number 1.
And to be fair, Austin is a great deadlifter.
Yeah. Liz is going to get more clients. I have a long waiting list, but I've told them all they must wait for Rauno to retire. Oh, dear. Michael, thank you for the super chat. Had to become a member since my wife, Nicole Kovacs, has been a member for almost 24 months.
Thank you.
#, she's smarter than me. We often are.
We appreciate you joining us. Yes, thank you. And thank you very much for both of you.
The whole family. Realistically, 10 would be great for Tom. Are we talking about reps on the deadlift? 10 is going to be hard at this point in the competition. 374 kilos for reps it's up there, isn't it?
I love how ambitious some people are.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be blown away if anyone gets 10. I was thinking 8 would probably win this.
But we've seen 6 from Austin. I don't think we're going to see that many more than that.
8 reps, I think, won the deadlift last year, and it was lighter. Yes, it was 353 kilos last year. Where are we? Just try and catch up a little bit. Leon, thank you for the super chat. Have you any images of how this deadlift works? No, I haven't seen it yet. Also, how it looks.
Just quickly, sorry, can I just move that a second? Yes. Oh, they've not.
It's probably just needs refreshing. Everyone tells me you don't need to refresh your spreadsheet.
So at the moment, Ivers did 3 reps, Luke Stoltman did 4, Evan Singleton on 5, and in the lead is Austin Andrade with 6 repetitions.
Yes. So next up, the next pair will be Wesley and Tristan. Yes, they're on standby right now. Here we go. Ron, thank you for the super chat. I'm thinking about Mitchell's hands. Would it be good to wear gloves or hockey tape?
I've told him to try some tape, but he said it just keeps coming off at the moment. So he's going to actually go with a reverse grip so that the strap is off his hands. So we're going to go with reverse grip. Bit of a, ideally we'd rather not, but he's just really struggling to get attached to the bar. So it's one of those adjustments that he's going to have to make. And this is something that's part of competition. You know, I see people make excuses. I am not here making excuses for Mitch. I've been through this many times, as have every athlete. You know, if you want to be a competitive athlete, there are going to be times you have to be able to adapt on the fly. And he's going to have to dig deep. He's going to have to block out the pain. And he is more than capable of still getting through this deadlift.
Blue Jetster, thank you for the super chat. Team Liz deadlift in school. Liz channels Loz. Rano says, just effing lift it. Rate 10 out of 10 would be confused again. Thank you. Yes, because that's my only Google review. Would be confused again. Right, what have we got? Oh, we got a picture of what it looks like. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see. It's pretty big tires.
Yep.
Almost Hummer tire style.
It looks cool.
That? Yeah, there we go. Thank you to my fairy godmothers who listen to the stream and then send things through as people ask. How helpful. We do have lots of people that help us out, don't we?
Yes, very lucky.
Yeah, I'd give them all a shout out, but I don't know if they get in trouble. So, Aaron, thank you for the super chat. Hey there, I'm curious, how important are shoes and what do strongmen wear at what times or events?
Athletes wear different types of shoes for different events. So, you know, there's certain types of shoes that are more beneficial for certain events, such as, like, for the most part, on a squat, athletes will either use a flat shoe or an Olympic lifting shoe, depending on whether they're more quad dominant or hip dominant normally. The Olympic shoe allows more flexion in the ankle, whereas a flat shoe, you tend to find it's more of a wider powerlifting stance, more hip dominant. Same with overhead. For the most part, most athletes will wear an Olympic shoe for overhead, but not everyone. Some athletes prefer a flatter shoe. Same with moving events. Like, I used to really like Merrell walking shoes for the moving events, like a yoke or a frame carry or something like that. And I bought the same pair of shoes for 10 years in a row just because it just worked well for me. But that doesn't mean it's right for everyone. It's finding out the right shoe for you as a person. The tier shoes are pretty popular these days with a lot of athletes. But yeah, you will see they probably have about 4 or 5 different shoes for different events. Obviously, truck pulls, you'd be wearing like a rock climbing shoe, so you get as much grip on the surface as possible. But yeah, they do specialize with certain shoes for different events.
Jean Paul, thank you for the super chat. How do you think Lasher would get on in strongman?
I think if he focused on strongman from a young age, I think someone like that could be very good. You do see Olympic weightlifters seem to have that athletic ability that's needed and transition much better than just pure powerlifters do.
6 reps for Wesley.
Nice.
Yeah, very good.
For the most part. Who was he up against?
He was up against Tristan, who got 7.
Wow.
Yeah, so he's leading right now. These newcomers are so good, aren't they?
Really, like,
very
I've been so impressed with both of these men.
Scottish G, thank you so much. Nothing to say, just wanted to leave a donation, and thanks to you guys.
Thank you very, very much. 6,600 people watching. Thank you so much, guys.
I'd rather not think about that. Jose,
Matt Rag incoming.
No, Mograg.
Oh, Mograg.
Yes, come on, get it right.
I apologize.
Yes. Dalton.
Just reminds me of the cat Mog.
Yeah. There was a whole book series about Mog. Yeah. Dalton, thank you for the super chat. Liz, are you actively trying to poach Andrea from Lars, or do y'all have a shared custody agreement? Oh no, Andrea is very loyal to Lars. I've tried. She won't come to the dark side with me. I give her bad advices too.
She put you for a workout a few months ago, didn't
she?
Yeah,
and she's very hypocritical, guys, because you've all seen when I've been filming her skipping reps, sneaking the weight down, but she wouldn't let me do any of that. She was trying to find out ways to make it harder for me. Very unfair. I thought me and her were friends. Apparently not. So the next pairing is going to be Mog Rag and Tom Stoltman. So leading right now is Tristan Hoth with 7 reps. We've got 2 guys on 6. That's Wesley Dewinski and Austin Andrade. Then 5 reps for Evan Singleton. Luke Stoltman had 4 reps and Ivor Schmuxless had 3. How exciting. Matt and Tom next. Right. There we go. Thank you for the
7
super chat, Sarah.
Tristan is awesome.
7's great. After World's Strongest Man, there are still some huge comps coming up this year. Deadlift in Las Vegas, Shore Classic, Rogue, etc. What are you looking forward to the most?
Oh, I'm really looking forward to all 3 of those, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
Also the Strongman Classic at the Royal Albert Hall, just because that's a cool show. But yeah, there's so much strongman action still to come this year.
Yeah, I think Strongest Man on Earth is the one I'm looking forward to watching. Even though we're not going to be there, I'm looking forward to watching the stream for that one. Sometimes it's really nice just to watch a stream and not actually be somewhere. Like I'd love to go, but it is nice as well.
We're super really looking forward to Vegas, just because it's going to be an epic show. It's the first time Giants Live have been to Vegas. Liz has never been to Vegas, so just from that's going to be a fun one.
I don't know what this is.
I am super looking forward to the Shore Classic and the Rogue Invitation as well.
Oh, someone needs a timeout. I'll look for them. Okay. Johnny, thank you for the super chat. Loz, can you shed light on how the awkwardness of an implement can affect a performance? Not all weights are equal, etc. Thanks.
Yeah, the awkwardness is massive. Like the size of an implement, the balance of an implement. You know, these all are factors that can come into events. You know, if you're like a loading event, for instance, if it's very big and cumbersome, it's going to be a big advantage to have a long wingspan where you can get yourself around it. Whereas some of the shorter athletes, although they might be strong enough to lift the actual weight, it's going to be a lot more awkward for them to carry.
Tom and Rag are
next.
Yeah, they're just standing there getting some shots for TV. Craig, with the members coming, both doing a great job as always. Come on, Biggin. Thank you, Craig.
Thanks, Craig.
Biggin is Tom.
Indeed.
For anyone who isn't sure.
He is the biggest man in the competition.
He is. Did you know Mitch Hooper is the youngest man in the competition?
In the final?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Only by like a month. I think Wesley is about a month or 2 older than him, but yeah, he's the youngest one there.
So 2 athletes. This is Tom and Matt, yeah?
Yes. Yeah.
This should be good.
This should be good. More about travel. Thank you for the super chat. I'm currently listening to you in the car with my 4-year-old nephew. It would be incredible if you gave him a shout out. His name is Devin. He is supporting Tom.
Hey, Devin. Hi, Devin. Tom is doing amazing and he's up now on the deadlift. He's just about to start.
How exciting. We will let you know how he does. Thank you for listening. JJ, thank you for the super chat. Do you think that Strongest Man on Earth will one day be more prestigious than World's Strongest Man? I think it would need a network TV contract and some more time to build up that history and prestige as well.
We've said this a few times. It's possible. But I think if World's Strongest Man sort of listen and give people what they want, World's Strongest Man is still the ultimate title. But I think if you're fans of what we do, you know we want all of these shows to get bigger and better. The bigger World's Strongest Man is, I think it brings more fans into the sport. More people will go watch the Giants Live. More people will watch Shore Classics, and vice versa. You know, people that will be sucked in. People have come into the sport because of Brian's YouTube or Eddie Hall's YouTube or Thor being in, Game of Thrones. It all attracts to the sport and
2 reps each.
Helps it grow.
3rd rep for Tom.
3rd for Matt.
3rd for Matt. 4th for Tom.
Tom looking strong. 4 for Matt. 5 for Tom. We won't go on our numbers just because we don't know for sure.
5 for Matt. 6 for
like
Tom.
6 for Tom. Tom is looking very good right now.
Oh, big hit.
Working hard.
6 for Matt, is that?
And that's 7 for Tom. If Tom
big
got that,
there.
he had to work hard for that 7th, but he got it.
Matt just got another one. Is that him on
Looks
7
like
as
Matt
well?
is on 7.
Oh, Tom's going to have to go again.
Both of them just using the top. Tom is coming up. Can he get it over the knees?
It's on the knees. It's on the knees. 8 for Matt. Tom's stuck at the knees. No rep
Matt
for Tom.
looks like he's got 8. Tom looks like he's equaled. Was it Tristan?
Yes.
7.
Oh, so Mitch has to shoot for 9, really, doesn't he? There you go. Thank you. Oh, it's gone. Wow. Right, there we go.
Big effort from both those athletes.
That was exciting. Could Mitch and Tom be the new? Oh, they are already.
They are the rivalry
100%.
Right
they are, Adam. If you haven't seen it already, just last week we did a sort of Tom versus Mitch video to see, like, you know, them two against each other.
It's been quite back and forth, hasn't it?
It has. It's been so interesting. Go and watch it at some point. I think it's really good. And obviously, this is a new chapter in that story. Justin, thank you for the super chat. Will reverse grip affect his stones later on?
No.
There you go. Nice simple answer. Which of the new Canadians does Shaw invite?
I think he has to invite Wesley.
Yeah, I mean, Wesley's doing too well.
You have to invite Wesley, but Tristan deserves an invite as well.
So just confirm there, Tom Stoltman 7 reps and Matt Ragg 8 reps.
Austin's already qualified, hasn't he, for the show?
Austin won the Open
I think both of them, both Canadians, deserve an invite to the Shaw Classic.
Yes. So right now, Matt Ragg winning the deadlift so far with 8 reps. Tied on 7 reps is Tom Stoltman and Tristan Hoth. Then with 6 reps, we've got Wesley Dwinski and Austin Andrade. Then on 5 reps, we've got Evan Singleton. On 4 reps, we've got Luke Stoltman. On 3 reps, we've got Ivor Schmuckstellis. So just 2 athletes left to go, Pavlo Kordiaka and Mitchell Hooper. How exciting. No, Evan's going to drop big points, reckon Shade. Where is Evan? What did he get?
5.
Oh, yeah, unfortunately, he is going to drop some points here. Wesley got 6, tied. We'll see. We'll see how it shapes up.
He won't drop huge points. He shouldn't do.
No.
There's not that many people between his biggest competitors.
Yeah. Jack now says it. Thank you for the super chat. Team Liz Deadlift School sold. Thanks again for doing these streams. You guys are such fun in class. Plus, you love Rano. Everyone loves Rano. They do. Once they get to know him. Or maybe they don't like him when they get to know him. Which way round?
We like him.
Lewis, 1 whole year. Thank you, Lewis, for maintaining your membership.
Thank you.
We do appreciate you. Devon, thank you for becoming a member. Right, let's try and get a bit caught up. Lots of chilies.
Yeah.
Oh, itchy eyebrow.
It's the
so
chili.
Yeah, just one. Yeah, it must be one more pairing to go.
One more pairing to go.
So Mitch knows what he has to do now. He has to get 9 reps. I mean, he's still. Oh, I'm not going to do the maths because there's ties, and then I can't cope with ties and split points. Lewis, thank you for the super chat. Thanks both for keeping us updated and entertained with no live. You may have mentioned this already, but Loz, any news on the training app?
It should be ready fairly soon. It's just been a bit on standby with us being super busy the last few months, but very, very soon it should be up and ready.
Oh, here we go.
Right, last pairing to go on the deadlift. So 8 reps is the target. That is a massive target, by the way.
Yeah, this isn't going to be easy. I don't think it's a given for Mitch,
Not
is
at
it?
all.
Not with everything he's been through. There we go. He's strapped.
I think Pavlo struggles. Spoke to him just before, and he's worried about his back anyway.
Yeah.
And deadlift, obviously, not his.
Down. Okay. Excited for Evan to get his first.
He's looking good. He's still in a good position. We'll go through the points as soon as they're up.
Thank you, Gary.
But he's looked consistent and solid.
They are just starting to get strapped to the bar now. Skinny Strong, this comp has been so good. You two are amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Skinny. Zoom out. Oh, it's just showing.
No, it doesn't need to
Mitch.
zoom out.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Thank you. Don't want to seem ungrateful. Okay.
What's the best chance life for atmosphere? I really love 3 in particular. Like
1 rep for Mitch.
I'll come back.
Yeah.
2 for Mitch.
Nice and smooth so far.
3.
Yeah. I can't actually see Pavlo. Sorry, guys.
4. 5. He looks strong.
Yeah.
And smooth with each rep. He's just trying to adjust his grip. Was that 4 or 5?
That was 5.
He's struggling more on this.
Yeah, 6. I think the grip was an issue there.
He might need to adjust his straps.
He does have to.
He's looking at his hands.
He's shaking his hands off.
I think he's had enough. Is he going to? He's getting some
He's
chalk.
getting some chalk.
I think he's in a bit of pain there. Deadlift looks strong, but as soon as that grip starts to go, then you're not connected to the bar.
What was
strapping
that?
himself?
6
that
reps.
was 6.
Yeah.
I can't see him getting 2 more. He might get 1 more.
No, he's calling it.
He's leaving it there.
Oh, there we go. I think it's going to be very, very difficult now. Thank you.
So what have we got? We got 8 reps for Matt Ragg. Big points for Matt. He needed that today to really kind of pull himself back into contention.
Yes. Don't have a clue what Pavlo got.
I'll tell you what. Actually, Mitch getting 6 is bad for Evan. Because that's given Matt.
Oh, Wesley Dewinski even more points.
Matt and Wesley closing that gap onto Evan.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see if it populates. Oh, no. So we don't have anything in the spreadsheet yet.
What's the best Giants live show for atmosphere? We'd love to book in for one this year. So the Strongman Classic at the Royal Albert Hall is amazing.
Really good.
Because of the venue, more than anything. It's not the biggest crowd by any means, but it's a very, very, like, what's the word?
Historical building?
No. It's like
it's like an amphitheater.
Yeah, it's like everyone's on top of you. So it's kind of enclosed, and it just, the atmosphere is pretty immense. I love the Scottish show.
Yeah.
In Glasgow. What's the arena? The Hydro?
The Hydro arena.
Yeah, that's the Scottish fans are awesome. I genuinely mean that. I love going to Scotland and just seeing the Scottish crowd.
Yeah.
Europe's is always really good as well.
Europe's is good. I was freaking out, wondering if I had something in my teeth. Liz, what toothpaste do you use? Just Colgate.
Nothing too exciting.
Nothing fancy, just Colgate. Why?
Did we see how many reps?
I have no idea what Pavlo got. Here we go. Oh, 1 rep for Pavlo. Okay, so the points now. Okay, so Tom Stoltman really charging ahead now. 43 points for Tom Stoltman, 38.5 for Mitch Hooper, 31 for Evan Singleton. Matt Ragg 29.5 points in 4th place.
Just would need to beat him and have 1 person between them.
Yes, he needs.
So Matt could get on the podium.
Wesley Dewinski slipping down to 5th with 28 points.
Wesley has a chance as well.
Yeah, Austin Andrade with 26.5 points. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Austin is 6th. 7th place, Tristan Hoth with 25.5 points. Pavlo Cordiaca in 8th place with 20 points. Luke Stoltman in 9th place with 18.5, and Ivor Schmuxtelis in 10th place with 10.5 points.
Wow.
So, I mean, anything can happen, but it does look like Tom's got this in the bag.
I cannot see Tommy losing now. No. I think Tom has done enough to become a 3-time winner of World's Strongest Man,
most out of any British athlete.
Has to put him into legendary status.
Yeah.
And one of the greatest of all time.
World's Strongest Man, 100%. It puts him into a much nicher pool of athletes. And also, he now has the record for most British World's Strongest Man titles.
Yeah, obviously, he needs to finish the show, but...
Well, yes. Let's not get carried away.
What's that? 4.5 points?
Yeah. It's a 4.5 point lead now he's got over Mitch Hooper.
And he'll get to go last in the Stones. The likelihood
it will be
is
him
if he finishes the Stones, he will be the World's Strongest Man.
Yeah.
And I hope he does. You know, Tom is a great guy.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's worked hard for this.
5 years in a row, he has been top 2 at World's Strongest Man.
Yeah, it's incredible. Marcus, is this a standard 8-inch deadlift? It's a standard 9-inch deadlift with tires, Marcus. Yeah, so they were stood on a box to bring that bar lower down on the shins. Right, so we are just going to wrap up any outstanding super chats because we still have one more stream to go today. If Liz can just give us the same answers Loz would give us. New Liz only channel being planned. # Liz Power.
Liz doesn't always get it right.
Yeah, but that's the fun in it. That's where the entertainment value comes in. Is she right? Is she wrong? We don't know.
We don't know, that's for sure.
Hello, my sweetheart. You okay?
You come in to say hello.
Hello.
Hello. John, thank you for the super chat. Oh, stay strong. Awesome coverage. Is that coverage
Yeah.
as always? Praying for live stream any year.
Oh, we are praying
we do
too.
Hope so.
Big Tommy is winning. You want to say well done, Big Tommy?
Well done,
Well done. You've met Tom, haven't you? And you're going to see him
you've got
again
a picture
soon.
of you with Luke Stoltman when you were a baby.
Yeah, he was doing round the round of garden on your hand.
And now he's got a baby.
Yeah. Fred, thank you for the super chat. Great job, y'all. Thanks. Get Mitch hand pics. Oh, you want pictures of Mitch's hands? Yeah, you can play outside, darling. Just for a few minutes, though, okay? Good girl. Loz is going to get the hand pics up. Thanks for everything. Watch, listen to every live. Yeah, those are...
That's one hand.
Try and zoom in on those calluses. Yeah, there's 2 more calluses that he zoomed past, but yeah, there you go. Flappy McFlappy.
It's part of, I've been in comps where almost everyone has torn calluses before. Yeah. It sucks, but you cope with it, and that should not take away from the other athletes as well. Been some amazing performances.
And like Mitch has still done incredible. Let's not forget he tied for first place on 2 events, second in the Conan's wheel. He was joint 3rd on the Oh no, I'm looking at Tom. Sorry. He was
honestly, like
4th in the
these guys are so good, and say Tom goes on to win now, it's 5-4 between them in head to heads. They are an amazing rivalry.
Yeah,
they're going to keep competing. I mean, they've got more comps coming up this year, head to head. It's an exciting time to see those 2 battling.
Yeah, and Joe, thank you for the super chat. Mitch trained stones hard or expected to be ahead?
He wanted to be ahead going into the stones. He has trained stones hard. That's no question at all. Trained every event hard. But Tom Stoltman is a great stone lifter.
How hard can you train to beat Tom in stones?
There are people that could train stones every single day for the rest of their life and would never beat Tom Stoltman on stones. Yeah. It's not just about training. Sometimes being genetically gifted makes a massive difference. The only guys that you can put onto that level are like the likes of Thor and Brian, and guys with the same sort of genetics. But I remember training with Thor doing a drag, and I could have trained dragging for every single day of my life and I would never beat him. Just some athletes are just gifted at certain things, just like Mitch is on a yoke. Like, he doesn't train yoke that hard, he's just gifted. There's certain events that athletes are just really good at.
Marius with the members comment, Tom can't lose now. Evan has to fight to stay 3rd. The chances of Tom losing now have been increased to almost 0. I think oh, sorry.
I know that like Dan, who's Tom's coach, will not be sort of taking anything for granted, but the reality is Tom has done what he needs to do. He's going into his favorite event with a huge lead. He's going to be over the moon.
It'd be like Mitch going into just a standalone yoke with this sort of lead. It's it's almost in the bag already. Marv the Bass, is that, or the Bass? Thank you for the super chat. In my opinion, 7 reps for Tom was huge. Even if Mitch won the deadlift, he'd have a hard time beating Tom the stone.
Totally agree 100%. With you. Totally agree with you.
It was still relying, like, with only Matt Ragg in between them, potentially, if Mitch did win the deadlift, he still had to beat Tom on the stones. So, it was always going to be hard.
Always.
Deary me. Right, just trying to catch up. Child is scootering around outside the window now. Alexa, who's your favorite Big Loz member? Says Alex.
We'll ask her when she comes in.
Yeah. Shout out Alexa, but I'm going to set off everyone's devices. Yeah.
Let's try and get through these.
Okay. Where are we? Okay, almost caught up, I think.
Yeah,
do you know what? We are caught up. Sorry, Alex. We will give you the answer after.
Come and join us for the Atlas Stones again, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. You've made it so much fun for us as well. We'd be listening in, looking at the spreadsheet.
All alone.
Yeah. So it's always fun. We've got one more event to go. Do you know what time it starts? It's supposed to start?
It was supposed to start at
7:30
p.m.
We will try and find out, and we'll put a post into the chat.
4 p.m. local time, I think it was supposed to start, or 3 p.m. I'm not sure.
All right, we'll figure it out, and we'll post something up in a second. We'll let you guys Hopefully, you guys come back and join us for the very last event.
Yes.
Very, very quickly, before we shoot off, just give everyone the overall scores.
Yeah. So leading now is Tom Stoltman with 43 points. In second place is Mitchell Hooper with 38.5 points. Evan Singleton is still in third place with 31 points, but not far behind him in fourth place is Matt Bragg with 29.5
That third place
points.
battle has got exciting. I thought that Evan had it kind of pretty tight. That's going to be more interesting than anything right now, I think.
The whole mid pack actually is really interesting. So you've got Evan on 31. Behind him is Matt Bragg in 29.5. Wesley is behind him in fifth in 28. Austin 26.5. Tristan Hove in
lots still to fight for many of these athletes. Thank you so much, guys. Very quickly, Petra, thank you so much. We will speak to you guys very, very soon. Go and have a break, and we're back in about an hour or so.
Have a Kit Kat.